Always nice to start the video zoomed out. This is Bitcoin zoomed out on the weekly, something very special happening this cycle. And the timing going into this Bitcoin halving right here, it's just, it keeps getting better. And in this video, I wanted to explain in regards to Bitcoin, ADA, Ethereum, AVAX, and all altcoins. I want to explain why the confluence of certain events we couldn't ask for anything any better. Let's put it that way. So we're going to look at all of these charts, Bitcoin, including some of these altcoins. But before we do, I want to go over this article I was just reading because this has so much to do with what we can all anticipate. So everybody hit the subscribe, hit the like, and let's jump in. $1 trillion will rip in. Huge 2024 Biden bailout predicted to crash the US dollar and trigger Bitcoin and crypto price boom. US dollar currency index, this is what we're looking at, everybody. I did a video probably pretty recently, and this is on the weekly, by the way, but you can see it's kind of topping out as we head into 2024. The anticipation is that it continues to fall. When this continues to fall, like this, right? And we can go back to, let's say, even just the last bull market, right? US dollar currency index falling. This is when the bull market was occurring. When this happens, this is good for risk on assets. So one thing playing into this is truly the Biden campaign. It really just is. And he's really going to need all the ammunition he can possibly get to have any chance, amongst other things that I'm sure they're doing to prepare for the elections. This is one of them. The Fed is preparing a Biden bailout. David Sachs, a technology investor, posted to X, it's revised down inflation projections for 2023 and 2024 and is signaling upcoming rate cuts. The narratives that we have from, Jerome Powell lately, I am sure if it was not an election year, I am sure the narratives would be different right now. Sachs added that he thinks there will be a rate cut in the first quarter of 2024. And if the Fed cuts rates in Q1, that makes everyone feel really flush. It takes about 6 months to work its way into the system, but that's going to give a big boost to the Biden campaign. So imagine this, 6 months, rate cuts Q1, 6 months in, right? So let's just call it the first half of 2024. We go to the charts. This is Bitcoin. Here's the Bitcoin halving for reference, that white line. Here's where we are right now, end of 2023. That first quarter or so right here of 2024. What is going to take place right here leading into the summer of 2024? And confluent with that is the Bitcoin halving. What is going to take place? And if you zoom out on a Bitcoin chart, by the way, I just want to mention this. You zoom out on the Bitcoin chart, we're already just kind of primed for the next bull cycle, right? We're just primed for where we've been historically. So the very fact that we have all of these things coming together that are going to probably cause US dollar currency index to fall, as you see here, and cause just risk on assets like Bitcoin and crypto to become more attractive. The fact that we have this happening, it's too good. If you see a quarter point rate cut in Q1, $1 trillion of the $5.7 trillion money market accounts will rip into the market. It's going to unlock a lot of capital. And everybody, we're not even talking about just all of the spot Bitcoin ETF stuff that is happening right now. There's no guarantees it's going to be approved, but add that into play. And then we have this crazy bullish dynamic just kind of bubbling up, getting ready to happen. We're receiving positive signals from the Federal Reserve about a pivot from rate hikes to rate cuts. Rachel Lynn, the chief executive of SIN Futures, said in emailed comments, this will likely be a positive development for the crypto market. Next year, we will likely see a confluence of rate cuts, Bitcoin halving, and increased election spending. It's happening, everybody. This is where we are, and it's going into halving. And I just want to note, this isn't a short-term price technical analysis video. I just want to point something out. I don't know if you've been tracking along, but Bitcoin's been making some moves. Crypto's been making some moves. We're looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 green weekly candles for Bitcoin. Was about to go on number 9, but obviously closed a red candle. Historic things are happening in the crypto markets, and this is spreading not just in Bitcoin, but to altcoins as well, as we have all of this bullishness setting up for 2024. So this is Bitcoin on the weekly. I just want to quickly say it's overbought, right? But what makes it so special, even with the fact that, Bitcoin can just kind of come back down, what makes it so special is at this point, as I'm doing analysis, this move that we have for Bitcoin, I'm very much like kind of tracking it in comparison to this move of Bitcoin. And you can just see Bitcoin getting pretty oversold, very similar to right here before it consolidated. And the thing about it is this was the bull market doors being broken months past Bitcoin halving, Bitcoin getting so overbought. I don't know if I said oversold, but I mean overbought, and then consolidating. And Bitcoin's just in a similar environment. I've said time and time again in recent videos, whether it's probably Bitcoin or altcoins, what's happening in this move is happening earlier. And that makes this so special. And even if you just look at momentum oscillators like the RSI here, where we are overbought, we're overbought right now. Just look at this move, that higher high move for Bitcoin. At this time last cycle, there wasn't momentum like that. And this was before COVID. Right here, this lower high move, there's no momentum. And so not only are things happening sooner, but if we actually look at what was momentum doing at this time last cycle, Bitcoin was struggling. And obviously we had COVID step into play, and that didn't help at all. So that's Bitcoin. Now, I want to just visit altcoin charts because the same thing is true here. And when it comes to altcoins are doing something earlier this cycle around as well. This is ADA, obviously hitting key resistance on the 200-week moving average. You can see it there. This is Ethereum. Ethereum has not even broken out of this macro triangle. I wanted to just kind of interject a thought that I had about Ethereum. Ethereum, it looks like it might have a little bit of an issue, I think, right now. And this is my opinion. Let me know what you think in the comments. But you know my comparisons with Cardano Ethereum. I'm a big Cardano fan. So when it comes to how Cardano is building, the decentralization, security aspect of things, Cardano just sets itself apart, right? It's slower to build, and that's why it's taken years to get here. We're about to go into our first DeFi bull market, and that is such a unique selling point for Cardano. Ethereum already had its kind of unique first DeFi bull market. But now it's not just Cardano, I think, that Ethereum is competing against for market share. You have things like AVAX, which is now just waking up, right? You have things like Solana, right? And people, I think, in terms of when they're going to choose what to use, all of these other options are becoming way more attractive than Ethereum, than just Ethereum. Ethereum was the first mover. And these charts, I think, from an altcoin perspective, really just show this, right? Here's AVAX, right? Breaking out on the weekly. We go to something like ADA, has broken out on the weekly. You go to something like, let's go to Solana. Open up just to give you an idea, has broken out on the weekly. And then you go to Ethereum and it's just not happening, right? And that says something to me. Not only, it's just obviously Ethereum's a huge market cap, a little bit more mature, not as crazy gains, but I just think that Ethereum is going to have a little bit of trouble with its market share and its dominance this cycle around because there are these other competing chains, and we're going to really see this play out. So those are some of my thoughts in terms of Ethereum. I wanted this to point out, but notice how special these moves are on the weekly charts of ADA, Solana, AVAX. And look, AVAX right now getting a 20-week moving average, crossing above the 50-week moving average. There's going to be cool down phases. And I think going into a new week, I don't have a lot of short-term meaningful analysis right now in this video. I think I'm going to wait to see how this new weekly candle opens, how the daily candle opens, and how it trades overnight. I want to see going into this new week what things look like tomorrow morning. But I will say this, on the weekly of AVAX, for instance, it's overbought. We're having the 20-week moving average crossing below. Just anticipate downside. It's always a good idea. Or even just consolidation. Bitcoin in the last bull market gives us a really nice, healthy idea of what potentially to anticipate when we start getting into these overbought areas. Right here, what happened? Not even terrible looking candles, but you can see there's a couple red candles throughout right here in that overbought territory. And just it was just sideways. It was just chilling. And if it's not going to do that, then we anticipate bigger moves down to things like the 20-week moving average. You can see that, right? Getting ready to go into that bull market. So the same is true here on all of these coins, Bitcoin included. potential for retracements, right? Big dips. We're talking 10, 20, 30% dips. And I think it's something to just monitor and keep in mind as we go into this new cycle or this new week. Same on ADA, same on Ethereum, still overextended from the 20-week moving average. Maybe not as a powerful move as some of these other altcoins, but still overextended. AVAX as well, downside in play. As we start the new week, I'll do some more shorter term analysis as we get some more data as the new week opens. So I appreciate all of you cruising by. I hope you're having a good start to your week. Just want to go over some of these things as the week does begin, because there's a lot of different data on these charts right now. Things happening sooner than they have in the last cycle, and a lot of huge, important bullish narratives as we get ready to cross into the new year. So I appreciate all of you. Hit the subscribe, hit the like. I will see you in the next video. Have an awesome night, and God bless.